Hey everybody, it's Ian the Off Kilter Crafter. I hope you're having a great day today. It is June, which is still Pride Month, and because of that I am still continuing creating Pride cards for this month. I'm also continuing to use the You Are Loved stamp set from Kathy Zilski Design and Simon Says Stamp. Today I put together this card, so let's go ahead and see how I put it together. To get started today, I'm going to be using this Simon Says Stamp and CZ Design stamp set and die set. This is the You Are Loved stamp set that came out this month for Pride. I do have the corresponding dies, which I'll be using for today's card. I'm also going to be using Memento Tuxedo Black ink because it is Copic friendly, and I'm going to be doing some Copic coloring. I have this die from, what is this one from? I don't even know where this one came from. And it's also in several languages too. Memory Box. This is from Memory Box. I don't even know if this one is around anymore, but it's the twirly circle. I'm going to use it with some vellum, and then I have some 60-pound Recollections paper that I'm going to cut up into strips today. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut each of my colors of paper into 1-inch strips. Alright, I've cut some white copy paper to a little bit bigger than 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so that way I have a little bit of wiggle room. I'm going to take my colors and I'm going to go ahead and glue them down onto this so that way I can die cut it. I'm using regular copy paper so that way it's lighter and it won't be as hard to go through the die cut machine whenever I put it through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just basically glue all these down onto this panel. And then once I do that, I'll die cut it. I have a little bit left over, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut my orange strip so that way I can place it down here at the other end, and I think this will be the last strip that I need. Alright, I've gone ahead and laid all of my strips onto the piece of paper, so now I'm going to take my scissors and just roughly trim everything out. Alright, now that I've put them on my stamp platform, I'm using some Memento Tuxedo Black ink to ink them up since I'm going to be doing some Copic coloring on these hands. I want to make sure that they are Copic friendly, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp them down and get them ready to color. I have grabbed my Copic markers and I'm just going to do some basic Copic coloring on them in rainbow order. Okay, now that I've colored them in, I'm going to use my Sparkle Pop markers, or these are pens actually. So these are Sparkle Pop pens from Pentel. And I'm going to go in reverse color order. I don't know if I have all the colors, but I think I have most of them. So I'm going to go in reverse rainbow order. You'll notice that I accidentally flipped my orange and my yellow. Don't know what was going on in my brain, but backed that one up accidentally, but that's okay. So yeah, I think I have most of the colors, so I'm going to go in rainbow order in reverse, so that way purple's not on top of purple, and that way hopefully it'll look pretty cool. At least that's what I'm hoping for, but let's go ahead and color it in. Alright, there we go. I've colored it in. Interestingly enough, the green and the blue are very similar, so it almost looks like I used the same pen on both of those, but that's okay. I'm going to let these dry for just a minute to make sure that the sparkle doesn't come off, and then I'm going to go ahead and put it through my die cutting machine. While I'm waiting for the pins to dry, I'm going to go ahead and use my die cut on my vellum to cut that out, and then I'm going to use my Waffle Flower A2 layer dies to cut out the rainbow panel. Okay, let's go ahead and assemble everything. I have some Nina Silver White 110-pound cardstock. I have turned this into a top folding A2 size card, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some Connects from Gina K glue onto the front of my, where I'm going to put it on this piece here, and that way I have a little bit of time to kind of wiggle it around and get the edges all on the card front so that way it will be maybe somewhat even. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on first. And it seems like no matter what I do, I always have white edges on my card, but that's fine. It's no big deal at all. Next, I'm gonna grab some foam squares so that way I can pop up my next elements. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to add some glue to the center of this die cut. It is a little warped and not laying flat, but that's actually okay. I'm not upset with that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some glue right to the center of this. I don't wanna put it out on the edges, because if I put it out on the edges, you'll be able to see it pretty clearly through the vellum. So I'm just gonna put a little circle right there in the middle, and I'm gonna place that down. Next, what I'm going to do, I've seen Kathy Zilski do this. She takes her, I have some foam adhesive on the back, but I'm going to squirt a little bit of glue on each one of these foam adhesive squares, so that way I have a little bit of time to kind of wiggle and work it into place. And also because this die cut has some open spots, and I'm not sure if I didn't put this glue on there, would it stick as well as I wanted it to? So I have a little bit of glue there on the back of those foam adhesive bits, and I'm just gonna pop this right onto my die cut. And that way I have a little bit of time to wiggle it if I need to, which I don't think I do. I think that's gonna work out just fine, just like that, so I'm gonna press it in. Lastly, I have my little sentiment. I put my foam adhesive squares, which are just perfect sized, on the back of it, and I'm going to pop it right down here at the very bottom of my card, just like that, and that's it. So there we go, guys, there's the final card. Thanks for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm making it my goal in 2021 to hit 100,000 subscribers, but I need your help to make that happen. Take a moment and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then don't forget to check out the other great videos that I have here on my channel. Also, share this video with your friends and tell them to come check out the Off Kilter Crafter.